Hello, folks. I am Miss Armgart. We're going to talk about the KFCs of dividing fractions today. And no chicken. Sorry to disappoint. We are talking about the algorithm, the numbers that prove that our models for our integer by fraction, fraction by integer, and fraction by fraction. Why do those models show us these division problems? So you'll see the next part of your notes. You have keep, flip, change, KFC. So let's go through them one by one. So number one, we keep our 3/4, 3/4. We keep that fraction the same. Don't do anything to it. Now our second fraction, we're going to flip. So the 8 is going to become our numerator. The 3 becomes our denominator. This is also what's known as a reciprocal fraction. So that reciprocal means the flip. It's the same word. It's just the fancy math word to say flip it top to bottom. So we've got our keep, our flip, and our change is we are going to change division to multiplication. So instead of dividing, we're going to do that multiplication. So you can absolutely, 3 times 8 is 24. 4 times 3 is 12. You can use your GCF, your GCF to simplify this fraction. That is all good and well. However, I want you to notice that we have the same number on both sides of our equation. So we have 3 and we have 3. So when we do that, we are actually able to eliminate them from the problem, because if you put 3 divided by 3 into your calculator, that gives you 1. So you could actually notice that this is the same as 8 times 4. But wait, there's more. You could also know that 2 is a factor of 8 and 4. So that actually becomes 4 over 2 or 2. So no matter which of these ways you use, if you are just multiplying straight across, given the GCF, and then using that to reduce, or if you're noticing the pattern of like, oh, there's 2 3s, the 8 and the 4 have a common factor, you don't have to do as many steps on your paper as you would otherwise. So once you get more fluent, more practice with these, it will get easier. All right, so now let's look at a problem. We've got Mr. Reimer working on his next project in woodshop. He has a board that is 2/3 a foot thick. He wants to cut them into 1/5 sections. How many boards will he get? So I always underline the numbers to make sure I'm pulling that information out. So now we need to decide, is this 2 divided by 3, 2/3, divided by 1/5? Or, that O is terrible, sorry folks. Or is this 1/5 divided by 2/3? So pause the video here, put your answer into formative. We'll come back and see if you were right. All right, folks, so we have a board that is 2/3 thick. We want to cut 1/5 sections, so we're going with that first one. So we are going to do our KFC. So we're going to keep the first fraction, 2/3. We're going to flip the second one to be 5 over 1, and we're going to change to multiplication. So that equals 2 times 5 is 10. 3 times 1 is 3. So we can change this into a mixed fraction because we know that 3 times 3 is 9. So that means we'll have 1/3 left over. Could we check this with our model? Absolutely. If that is helpful to you, please draw that out. I'm not going to because there are other videos for that. The algorithm, the numbers, the equation that we use proves our model. So I have used reciprocal. I've used factor in this video. It is up to you to give that example. I'm here if you have questions, and happy mathing, folks.